All right, what's happening? Welcome back to Hard Rock Guitar for Newbies. I'm Alex, and I'm super excited that you're back here today. So today we're going to be getting into your guitar, breaking down what the parts of it are and what they do. Now, we're not going to get into every single component like the internals, but we are going to talk about the most important ones that you're going to need to know about in order to get you going. Think of it kind of like a car. We're going to cover how to drive, but we're not going to get into swapping out the transmission. So here is a guitar. Now, your guitar probably doesn't look exactly like this one. Who knows? Maybe it does. But the concepts of an electric guitar are pretty much all the same. Let's start here with these two things. These are called the pickups. Think of the pickups kind of like a little microphone for your guitar string. Pickups are magnets that pick up the vibration of the string and translate that into an electrical signal that goes out to this thing here on the back of the guitar or on the side or wherever yours happens to be, the output jack, which then goes out to your amp and creates all the cool sounds that you hear when you play the guitar.
Loud noises!
The difference in the sound between the pickups comes primarily from where they are positioned on the body of the guitar. This pickup here, closest to this component here called the bridge, typically picks up the higher frequencies in the sounds. So you're going to have kind of a brighter sound, whereas this one tends to be a little darker. You'll understand that a bit more once we get into actually plugging it in and playing some stuff. Now right here, you'll find a couple of knobs. Maybe your guitar has one knob, like that red Charvel behind me on the wall. Maybe it has four, like the one next to it. But these right here are going to be your volume and tone controls. If you have just one knob on your guitar, odds are it's probably just a volume knob. By adjusting these knobs here, you can kind of sculpt your tone. And then, of course, you may have a switch here. It might be up here on your guitar to switch between the pickups. So most guitars, you'll have some variety of tonal options. So this thing here is called the bridge. This is your origination point for all the strings that leave the body and go across the neck. Now, there are tons of different types of bridges, but let's talk about two primary types. Those are going to be fixed bridges and tremolo bridges. Now, as you can see, this one here has a bar sticking out. This one's a tremolo bridge, meaning that if I push down on this bar, it kind of slackens the strings a little bit there. You might be able to see that bridge moving a little bit. I can also pull up on that bridge to tighten all the strings, and by slackening or tightening the strings, it raises or lowers the pitch. Now, a fixed bridge guitar, it's just that. It's stationary. It doesn't go anywhere. Of course, both bridge types have their pros and cons. Depending on what you're after, you may find one type more useful than the other. This part of the guitar here is called the neck, and this part here on the front of it, where your fingers go, is called the fretboard or fingerboard. You'll hear different terms for it, but it's the same thing. These little bits of wire here that go across the fretboard, these are called frets. And by placing your finger on a string and pressing down in between the frets, you'll get a note. This area here is called the headstock, and this is where you're going to find your tuning pegs or tuning machines, depending on who you ask. By turning these clockwise or counterclockwise, you can tighten or slacken the strings to bring them to pitch. So these basics should be enough to get you started. But there are more things you'll want to know long-term to keep your guitar in great playing shape, like how to adjust the actual bridge height or the saddle height, adjusting your truss rod, and so on. Those are conversations for a later time. So pick up your guitar, start getting familiar with it. Your guitar is your new best friend. You'll sleep with it, you'll eat with it,
You're married to this piece, this weapon of iron and wood, and you will be faithful.
That's not exactly true. Keep it on a stand, keep it on the wall, keep it somewhere clean and dry. That's all you really have to do. It might just be a chunk of wood and metal, but it's going to bring you a lot of awesome time in all the years to come. It's been really cool having you hang out today. Keep playing, keep practicing, keep being awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Kind of like that.